Are you living the Delaware Beach lifestyle? You can't live at the beach and do nothing. This up-and-coming year-round area has lots to offer. Find out where to eat, play, and serve. Living the ultimate dream.
Welcome to the 302 Lifestyle Beach Podcast. We got Dylan here, David and Sarah. They're making fun of me, but these guys have been working in the 302 for quite a while, and long time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lived here, kind of. I think you moved away for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I've moved a few times, but you've been here.
I've been here for like my whole life.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be really great to get a perspective on, living, working 302, maybe growing up here, and dive into some of your favorite spots. So a lot of the people coming here from New York, Philly, Baltimore, DC, Virginia.
All over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're moving all over the place, and it can get tough here sometimes. Like if you pay attention to some of the negativity, and I feel like there's like a little crowd of people that just are just really and then there's like a growing community of people paying attention to their mindset and what they're focused on and doing stuff they love.
Mm-hmm.
So without me rambling on too much, guys, David, tell us a little bit about growing up here. What's been your experience? What you do now?
Oh my God! Just had to start with me. So yeah, I've pretty much been here all my life. I was born at BB Hospital in Lewis, but I've lived in Millsboro for all of my days. I don't know. I mean, I've always been in Sussex County. It's pretty small, pretty rural.
So this is like a chicken coop capital.
Yeah, literally, our state animal is it's literally like the blue hen.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Like the chicken?
Yeah, like literally, it's a chicken.
Oh,
so I've always been surrounded by farms and whatnot, and I don't know really what much to say about the 302 besides we had beaches, farms, and now at this point in time we're expanding to more people moving here and actually staying here, and it's getting more attractions and places to eat and more opportunities for jobs and whatnot, which is pretty cool. I like that aspect of Sussex County growing, so I think that's pretty cool.
So I would say just from 5 years ago, even it's changed a lot, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of new homes, new communities that are being built, and more hotels and supermarkets. Like I said, places to eat at. It's actually expanding pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, especially when for me, for example, whenever I was on the bus for school and it's this big old woods that we're riding by, and I'm oh, that's the woods, and now if I ride past, it's a whole community now. It's something
crazy,
completely
right?
different.
I think there's 12 just around this area, Millville. Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting to me because even now where I live at in Long Neck, there's this elementary school and it's surrounded by woods on the one side, I think on the right, if you're looking at it, just front facing.
Where did you go to school?
I went to East Millsboro Elementary, then Millsboro Middle, and then Sussex Central in Georgetown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go?
So, like I said, I've moved in and out of Delaware for a big portion of my life. So in elementary school, I went to Lord Baltimore, right across from Atlantic Auto.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Atlantic Auto.
But I also went to Philip C. Shaw in 4th grade, which is in Selbyville or Frankfurt, around there, right?
I don't know.
Philip C. Shaw.
Anyway. I don't know that school.
Then I went to SMS in middle school, Selbyville Middle School. Selbyville Middle School.
Yeah. SMS. I went to MMS,
For high school. For high school, I was homeschooled. So.
Wow.
Yeah. And I graduated early. Top of my class.
So I know actually a lot of people, there's one big family, there's 10 of them, and they were all homeschooled.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would rather be homeschooled I'm glad I did that, but I don't know, you kind of don't get like the judging and
The distraction.
the
for me,
distraction. Yeah.
The distraction. Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like being homeschooled, you don't have like that interaction with people to where you can socialize.
It has
and,
its ups and downs.
you know.
But I struggle with ADD. I still struggle with ADD. So homeschool for me was a really great option, just because I could focus on myself and what I was doing, not what everyone else was doing.
Right.
There's a lot of research going on right now about that and how we tend to feel like by society that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But actually, if you learn to harness that energy of always wanting to do multiple things and stuff, it's just a habit and a practice to cultivate that. Yeah.
Yep.
To control
It's a
it.
Instead of taking something to subside it,
Yeah.
learn how to use it.
And work with it, not
Yeah.
against it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're really just fighting your body, right?
Yeah.
My mindset. Is my mindset.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, man, these guys and all of us really help homeowners and help
Yes.
people kind of with their lives that either don't have time or physically can't do things. And it's been a really blessing. So tell us a little bit about the kind of people you guys have interacted with over the years. And have you seen a shift in different people moving to the area, or are they all just generally like beachy people?
I would say for me, generally, beachy people that
Oh,
come
yeah.
here, they love the beach. Of course, there's no taxes.
We had a first time clean this morning.
Oh,
This
yeah.
woman just moved from Pennsylvania and she said it was my dream to move to the beach and now I'm here. So that was pretty cool.
Wow,
I
yeah.
think a lot of people really dream of being at the beach, you know?
and that
We
it's,
take it for
it's
granted.
slower here. It's not as fast paced from where they're from. And I don't know, because to me, it doesn't feel like, especially going to Rehoboth or even being here in the summertime, it seems pretty hectic.
Yeah.
But people are say that it's slower down here. It's more calmer. People are more nice and patient. So
Yeah. Now, do you
when
guys?
you live in a resort town full time, it's
Yeah.
easy to see the contrast, you know?
Well, they say if you like vacationing somewhere, don't move there because then you take it for granted and you don't realize what you got.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
We see the beach all the time. We know it's right there. So
Now, do you guys try to make it down there
what, to the
in the
beach?
summertime at least?
Well, my summer days are pretty busy between working and trying to get my life together after work. So I didn't make it to the beach last summer, and I did want to. I tried to plan some days, but things happened, and I didn't make it. But I would like to try to do that, this upcoming summer.
Yeah. So no matter how busy I get, I try to do even just 5 minutes. I'll drive down, I'll pull up with those new 15-minute free spots, and I'll
those
just
are
get
nice.
out. And actually, you can walk the whole loop in 15 minutes. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, and I like to people watch too, so that's fun.
Oh my gosh. It used to be me, my mom, and my sister whenever we went to the boardwalk in Rehoboth, just get some pizza or ice cream and just look at people what they're wearing and whatnot and kids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you guys are locals, so all these people moving down, they don't know where to go, what to do, especially the ones with families or younger people. Do you guys get any recommendations and some favorite spots, or maybe isn't real common?
Well, unfortunately, neither one of us have children or anything, so we don't.
I mean, yourselves, growing
Right.
up. And,
Growing up, Trimper Rides in Ocean City was a big thing for me and my family. That was a big deal when we were going to
Wait, say it
the
again?
rides. Trimper Rides. Trimper Rides.
Shrimper rides?
In Ocean City.
Trick.
Yeah, okay.
Trick your rides. I thought you said
No.
Trimper.
Trimper.
She was
Trimper?
Yeah, they're called Trimper Rides.
Never even heard of it.
Okay, well, anyway, Trimper Rides in Ocean City. It's a
Okay.
pretty cool place. That's in Ocean City. Around here, though, at this age, at this point in my life, I really like to go up to Hooked Up, right by
Oh
Giant.
yeah, love Hooked Up.
It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite places. Just really cool staff. Everyone's really mellow. On Fridays, I think they still play live music. I'm not sure with COVID going on. but-
Steve Hagen, we're coming for you. Be on the show. Shout out to Hooked Up.
Yeah, no kidding. All their locations I've been to have been great. But the one right up here is really good.
yeah.
We have that new boardwalk right here.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Millville Boardwalk.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
With the arcade.
And I was a little skeptical on being open all year too, but man, I love their ice cream.
Yeah.
They
And,
have really good ice cream, and I want to go to their arcade just because it seems like it's really big.
Yeah.
That whole building
Yeah.
back there is just the arcade.
Yeah, we actually went. I think I don't know if you guys were. No, you guys weren't there, but some of the other people working here, we ended up going over there and went to the arcade. Actually, it was just me and one other person went to the arcade.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
There's a lot of stuff in
salty.
there.
I'm upset.
Okay, cool. So, what about you, man? What's your favorite spot to eat?
Well, I love going to TGI Fridays, but they took that away. Like in Rehoboth, they took that away. I think
Yeah,
like,
it's
2 years ago.
It's starting to stink a little bit in there. Salty.
So like I don't really have like a favorite food spot anymore. And I've tried like a lot of places, but I don't know. I just don't have like a spot that I would like to go to every so and so.
Now, what is your favorite part about living and working in the 302?
I guess I would say like the free taxes. Well,
And shopping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even Amazon, you don't have to pay sales tax and stuff. Which is great.
The free taxes and just the fact that I've been here all my life and I know how to get around. You know, very
the familiarity of it. Yeah.
Like I know how to get around very
Knowing where
efficiently.
So know the back roads.
Yes, the
Yes.
back roads and how to take a detour, and I don't know. I feel like that part, really helps me a lot.
You know what's funny is, so I came from Las Vegas, and so we would sit in traffic literally for like 30 minutes to an hour every day, just waiting to go to work. And then here, I've timed it too. So in the summertime, I get all like, oh my gosh, there's so much traffic. But I've sat in it, the line, and just kind of timed it. You don't really spend more than 10 minutes anywhere, like even if it's really long.
Right.
So I'm like, man, it's so funny how we're always in a rush and like,
Yeah.
it's just like, 10, 15 minutes.
That's why most of the time I try to like leave early, because I notice that whenever I'm like in a rush, for some reason people are driving crazy and like they're in my way. Versus like if I have nowhere to be, then everyone's like pretty much off the road, and I'm just like, yeah, so I gotta leave early, because if not, we can get a speeding ticket or an accident.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it on time.
But the back road, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But even the back roads
But
now are getting,
at a certain point, so many people are moving here now that they're starting to know the back roads too, because they want to like miss the traffic and get around. So
That's actually part of the reason why I ended up moving back the last time, was because I had gone to
So where'd you go? Florida?
I had gone to Florida and stayed for a few weeks. I just didn't like it because it was, first of all, I was in Ocala, and if anyone from Florida knows Ocala, it's a city. It's not like here at all, really. So
So
it was very different.
what's the big difference from, lost you guys. What's the big difference from a big city to here?
The pace. I mean, everyone is go, 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 go. Meanwhile, here, I feel like everyone's just more like,
everyone's taking their time.
everyone's taking their time.
Taking their time.
And I feel like, we're all pretty nice about it, sharing a small state the way we have,
Now, would you say being in a bigger area and then to here, it's more personable here? Like sometimes I feel like a big city, like they have the big convention centers and stuff like that. But here, if you want to do something, you don't really normally have like more than like 20 people or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty cool too.
It's pretty close knit and pretty local,
Yeah.
Small communities. I mean, it can get big if you want it to, but most of the time, it's small groups, which is pretty cool because you don't have to worry about somebody coming that you don't know or something like that.
Yeah.
You kind of have like a little bit of like security where you're just like, okay, like this is gonna be all right. It's not gonna go crazy,
Yeah, Tandra outlets have been getting kind of crazy with people. Yeah.
I don't even shop there
I don't
anymore.
like going there too much.
Yeah.
I've been trying to go to the Nike outlet for like 3 months, but every time I go, the
A
line.
huge line, right? It's so crazy.
I just want new shoes.
You gotta like wait to get those shoes, like literally.
Or order them, I guess. I could just order them.
Okay.
What would you say your biggest mistake is since you've been living here?
Biggest mistake?
Yeah. So people moving here especially, what would you say your biggest mistake is, or something that you kind of have learned to do or appreciate more?
I guess, I live in Dagsboro, so Dagsboro is
Dagsboro.
So it's a little more spread out, and I think that was definitely an adjustment for me at first, was realizing that going to the store wasn't going to be a 5-minute trip like you had said earlier. It's more of a, you can't forget anything because then you have to drive all the way back, so I don't know. I feel like for me, that was really the only adjustment. I mean, it was really easy to adjust to living here,
Yeah.
Maybe I would say like my job and like the distance that I travel. But then again, like, I don't like being too close to home, so I kind of like taking that drive out. I don't know. I don't think I have like a mistake or like a regret per se.
No, I don't think I do either. I mean, I like being here. It took some adjustment, I guess, actually, to the resort town.
Yeah.
Getting used to summer being jam-packed and fast, and then winter's just slow. So slow.
It's real.
So I guess you have to just adjust to that, But other than that,
Yeah, I don't think I have
it's probably
Got a
for the
little
best.
technical difficulty. Cool. So, guys, you're hearing it, man. This place is definitely the place to go if you're trying to move here. And we got some favorite places to eat. And now you've worked some different places around the area, right? Since you've grown up. So, what are your recommendations to business owners and other businesses or places that you've worked compared to where you work now? Not to be one-sided.
Okay.
But what?
I think it's okay to be friends with your coworkers and your employees. That's my only thing. It's
I
okay.
like that.
It's okay. You don't have to be.
So why do you guys love doing what you do?
I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we're a family, and I feel like showing up here every day. We have good days, bad days, moody days, happy days, but we all take it with a grain of salt and accept each other and help each other, and we're all pretty interested in what's going on with each other too. So, if I come in and I just don't look okay, somebody's like, "What's wrong?" I don't know. I appreciate that instead of walking into an environment where it's just more like
blah, or like no one cares.
Yeah.
I think for me, I like just being able to be a service to people, who are in need or,
Absolutely,
who aren't as fortunate. And I don't know, just me being able to go and clean someone's house and just make it look brand new or do something that they physically can't do. I don't know, like it's self-fulfilling for me. And I don't know, like that feeling that I get, it's just a really good feeling. It's a very humbling feeling for me.
I can second that.
And I don't know, like whenever I go and I'm cleaning the house, like I'm at peace. I don't know why, it's weird, but like literally I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just cleaning. And that's kind of like what keeps me going and what makes it worth it for me.
There's actually science behind, doing stuff like that. It's actually it is like a form of meditation because you're focused on something outside of your issues and problems in life. So you're kind of able to disconnect, and then the process of turning something into something nice and clean and just, there's something about organizing and doing that type of stuff. And we've recently had, bless their hearts, some customers kind of pass away. And over 9 years, I can say that, there's definitely a few every year. And so it's nice too, knowing that I think we can go into a house and a home and be a part of their life and bring, joy and smiles, and people love talking.
Yeah.
All right, guys, lightning round. You ready?
Lightning round.
Questions.
All right. What is your best book, tool, or software or video, and why is it so great?
Oh, okay. I'll go. So my best tool or book would be the planner that you got me.
Wait, which planner is that?
I forgot what it's called.
I think it's called Freedom Mastery. It's
the Freedom Mastery Planner.
.com.
.com. That's the website if you want to go look at it. But the book is amazing for me because I'm on this self-awareness journey, and also it's helping me manifest.
How's that? Dive into that, because I think you're getting a lot of people.
Dive into the manifest, or dive into just the book itself.
But a little bit of both, the process of
okay.
Because sometimes when people hear those words, meditation or manifest or something, they kind of have a lot of emotional attachment to those words based on things. But I think it gets a lot of hype or not hype based on your religious preferences and stuff like that. But I think there's a whole nother way to look at it, in that it's about more of your internal
yourself.
Yeah.
So when I'm manifesting, it's not I'm not fasting or something like that. It's to me, it's not religious. It's just me trying to better a habit or get rid of a habit, or just pretty much try to get myself to pretty much repeat things to where I'm able to, I don't know, get myself into a better headspace. Because like for the book, for example, like it has these questions that you ask yourself every single like morning and every single evening of pretty much of how like where like your mental health is. You know, like did you have a good day today? How did you feel about it? What can you do to better it? And me doing that every single day just helps me just get my thoughts and like process stuff better. So when I'm manifesting, it's not me like praying or anything like that. It's just pretty much just focusing on my mental health, if that makes sense.
So it's not like some hippie thing or something like
Yeah,
that.
like, you know, it's not like, you know, I'm like, I don't know, doing something weird or like, I don't know, like trying to like join a cult or something like that. Yeah, like, you know, I'm not like sitting down and I'm not like humming. Like I'm literally just like pretty much having a conversation with myself or I'm writing stuff down. And that's
I
literally
still write
it.
in a diary for the sole purpose of getting thoughts out of here and onto here.
Yeah, and there's science behind that too. And I love telling people, you know, there's Google's, I mean, you're just one Google search away from changing your life, really. And there's like 40 to 65,000 thoughts per day on the average person.
Gosh.
And what they've learned is that your brain actually has, don't quote me on this, it's either 2/3 or 3/4, but still like a substantial more bigger part of your brain is there to process negative thought thinking.
Yeah, I think it's 3/4. I think I remember you saying like 75%.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I mean that's a big deal. So when people say, "Oh, just think happy thoughts," and just I think you're right. You have to like sit down and review your day, like, and if people don't do that, they just get caught up and
So you have to do like a self check, and you also have to like you got to catch yourself whenever you're getting into like a negative way, because it could be like the smallest thing that offsets like your whole like energy to where all of a sudden you're back to being negative, and you have all of these negative thoughts that are just that are making you feel overwhelmed. And
that's like that is becoming successful in your own life. And success isn't, I think a lot of people are seeking something outside of themselves to make themselves happy. But if you can do what you're doing and learn to go within and realize like, hey, I don't want to think this way, and become happy before you have those things will come to you. And I think 100%. That is manifesting.
100%.
Yeah.
And cool. Also, it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday battle and an everyday like fight. You're not just gonna get to a certain point to where you're like, okay, like I'm good in life. Positive thoughts, good energy. That's it. Like no, it's always gonna be a battle. You just have to you have to realize like how you can prepare yourself to win for that upcoming battle. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I like it, man. So same thing, journaling?
Yeah, no, I've always been a writer. That's why I'm always correcting grammar and stuff. He hates me for it because I'm always correcting grammar. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a writer. So, and it's really, I didn't realize it till I got older, but it's because of my ADD. It's because I've always struggled with this, and writing has always helped so much with it. It's because just getting it out of my mind and onto paper just helps, because then there it is and I'm done. Don't have to think about it anymore,
Oh, I'd like to challenge you and anybody really. So growing up, I was always told different things like that too. But I think you're learning to do it. Like, okay, so if I don't, everything's out of control, but it's just a habit and a practice and a muscle really to like, okay, let me get this stuff out. Yeah. And man, that's so awesome and great advice for people.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest myth about the 302?
I guess a myth
or living
and
at the beach
would have to be the beach, Feel like you just have to get to know the beach and how to work with the beach, not against the beach. I feel like, I don't know, at least for me, moving back here, like David said, our summers as locals aren't as, relaxed sometimes. That's where we make the most money, you know what I mean, is in the summer. It's our time to shine, it's our time to,
relax at the beach.
Well, yeah, so you want to, I don't know, for me it was like, you're going to move to the beach and you're going to be there all the time, you're going to go all the time, but I mean, the beach is right there and it'll always be there, and that's not, I don't know. For me, the biggest myth was you'll always be at the beach, but it wasn't true.
I feel like the myth for me, especially being in Sussex County, like it's not the country. When you come down here, like it's not like I don't know, like
if you're from Pennsylvania, that's country.
Yeah,
this isn't country.
It's regular people here. They don't really have like accents, thick Southern accents. It's just just a slower
About the chicken
counting.
They were just chicken.
No.
I'm gonna get some slack for that one. I'm gonna edit that out. they're like hardcore.
Yeah, they can be. They can be.
We were here first. Don't hate me, guys. I still love you. Yeah, come out. They're gonna like egg my car.
Oh my god, that would be so ironic.
Oh,
or like chicken poop. Bird poop.
Oh man.
That'd be like the
yeah, I know where you can get some of that. Just go to Dylan's parents' house. They have so many chickens. It's not even funny.
Just take it and squeeze it.
So, what are you guys? Some of your passions? This was one of the questions, but what are you passionate about?
Oh, I guess honestly, I don't really say much about it because it's not like I'm a real musician, but I'm very passionate about music. It's a big part
I can
of
attest to that. Yes, she is.
I don't know. I need it in my life. I love music. I always have. But besides that, I don't know.
Great.
I guess I'd just
That's
say
a good one.
food,
How about you, David?
relaxation.
What was the question
What are you
again?
passionate about?
Myself. I know that can sound selfish to people, but I feel like I've haven't really ever really truly loved myself and cared for myself and just being confident in who I am. So I feel like now in my life, that's just all I'm interested in. And of course, I still care for others, and I'm still trying to be aware of my surroundings and the people I'm affecting. But at the same time, I'm trying to do things for me.
Man, I love all that, guys. And I think sometimes being selfish, people look at that as a bad thing, but
Yeah.
they don't.
No, I mean, yeah, I think it's a great.
Yeah.
I mean, you're learning to love yourself. I think it's a
Yeah.
very important part of life.
And
very
honestly, it's you first. Like you can't even be in a relationship or love anyone else unless you love yourself 1st. And you only do that by being aware of yourself and being confident and loving yourself.
It's like that saying when it's like, how can I help others if I can't help myself?
Yeah.
So you gotta start from base one and
in the end, it's just you and
Yeah.
this creative intelligence
I
we
mean,
call God.
100%, especially with the pandemic, once that went down, it was a free for all, it was everyone out for themselves.
Fending for yourself.
Yeah, so that really put things into perspective, and you only have yourself at the end.
All right, guys, what is one question I should have asked you, and what's your answer?
What's one question
You should have asked me how I was doing today, and the answer is great.
I don't
Nothing.
I don't have one. No.
2021. Any plans? Any?
This
That's
business,
a wrap.
landscape business. I don't want to plug myself because I have no one. Fine.
I don't know, to just push through with
Yeah.
anything that I do with as much effort as I can give.
I think we're
for it.
both just focused on success and
Cool.
Just getting there.
just getting there.
You heard it, guys. Just do it. Just start and love yourself.
By the way, I'm 20, so I'm trying to get my life together. For
Going on pushing 30.
Pushing 20, going on 30, right?
All right, guys. Keep living the 302 lifestyle. Thank you, David and Sarah, for being on here as
Thank you for
awesome
having
guests.
us.
And
It was
yeah,
pretty fun.
keep living the 302 lifestyle, guys. Bye.
Wish you could spend more time having fun and less time with chores? Go to 302beachtalk.com to get $20 off a home cleaning. You'll be entered to win a completely free cleaning. Eat, play, serve. Sponsored by That Guy with a Broom.